thought can amplify emotion, and vice versa. The emotion can amplify thought. For example, when thought amplify emotion, if you are in love with someone, it comes in the form of emotion. But then what happened to you will be affected by your thought. For example, when you start to feel the love and then your mind think something that maybe is not the truth, like, oh, I am in love with them, I want to be with them. That's the thought playing, while the emotion in the pure form doesn't always mean that you have to be with someone that you love. You can simply feel the love inside you because it's your emotion. But the thought make the connection of two reality. So one reality if you feel the emotion, the love, and the other reality is based on your thought that you want to make your reality to be with him or to be with them, which doesn't always need to be the case if you have worked on yourself. So that's why many humans connected feeling of love with the necessity to be together with the person that they love. And when that doesn't happen, heartbreak happening. That's how we are taught to be. But let's say that you stop your thought and only keep your emotion of love. If we are able to do that, then we will feel more at peace. Maybe it's rare, like a person who is satisfied to be in love with the others but doesn't have any expectation about that person, because expectation is our ego self projected to that person that we love. And the thought of us need to be with that person may increase the intense of the love that you feel, or maybe it's change to attachment. And the second is when emotion amplify the thought. It often happens when someone in overthinking mode or have their own insecurities within themselves that make them overthink. For example, if you have insecurities of not being approved by other person, and it starts from fear. Example, when you are connecting or in conversation with others and that other person answer isn't what we expected, And then our mind maybe start thinking that, oh, maybe that person has different opinion with me, and they may reject me because of that differences. But that may not be true for that person. And this thought that we created then will amplify our fear more and more. So from my own experience, it is beneficial to observe this connection between thought and emotion, because what we know doesn't always need to be true, because what we know is affected by the environment and what society teach us during our lives. So most of us normally follow one direction of how we think or how we feel when we think about something. But we are capable to change that. Like I said, when we fall in love with someone, we can be at peace within that feeling, appreciate that feeling that we have, because it belongs to us and it doesn't need to be given to others, because the source is us, and it can free us from worrying about how our connection with that person will be in future. If it meant to be, then it will happen, but we do not need to have worry about it. So in my own experience, it's important to separate the thought and emotion by training our mind to let go of overthinking, which can be affected also by our insecurities. And then it's connected to releasing our insecurities. Also the same with emotion. The negative emotion maybe come from our insecurities. So the more we work on that insecurity or trauma, we are more powerful to manage our own emotion and thought, to work on the direction that we want to be. Like when you feel the fear of rejected by others, when we can release that insecurities, then what other people think or opinion towards us or judgment towards us will not affect our peace and our life. This is all to build the power and strength within ourselves.